I've had the Apple Card for 3 months, and in that time there's been a lot of highs and quite a few lows. So, am I still using it? First up, this is not financial advice. This is simply my opinions after having used my personal card for the past few months. So let's start with the good things, what I really like about the Apple Card. Number one, the application process was super straightforward, really seamless, and probably one of the easiest credit card applications I've had to do. I have about 3 other credit cards in my wallet, and the Apple Card definitely won it in terms of convenience for applying and getting approval pretty quickly. I also like that it's a digital first card and that it lives so easily in the wallet app on the iPhone. However, when I do switch to an Android phone, which I do quite frequently because it's my job, I'm kind of stuck, so I have to pull out the actual physical card instead. I like that it's a cashback card and that you get cashback pretty much every day once things have been cleared, and that it goes instantly into your Apple Cash account and then you can transfer it out or pay off your balance if you like. There are 3 different tiers of percentage cashback that you get depending on where you spend. The highest at 3% is only in a couple of categories at the moment, such as Uber and Walgreens, and of course Apple purchases. 2% is for anything on Apple Pay if you use your phone at an NFC compatible terminal or just Apple Pay anywhere else on your phone. And the 1% is the actual physical credit card itself. So speaking of that physical credit card, you obviously don't have to get it. I, of course, wanted to because it's the whole part of the Apple Card for me. It's the thing that you can pull out and flash and impress your friends, I guess, if they're impressed by metal credit cards. Maybe you are. I think it's kind of fun the first few times I pulled it out, that titanium feel. I just feel very baller when I do bring it out. But because it's only at that 1% cashback when I do use it, it doesn't really seem worth it when I have the option to use Apple Pay or another card in my wallet that offers me something more, such as a higher cashback rate than the 1%, or maybe even a card that offers me some extra points when it comes to travel or dining options. I also like the almost instantaneous support options that you have within the Apple Card. You can call if you want, but I found myself using the actual messaging feature within iMessage to talk to the bank if I had a problem. So I liked it. It was quick, it was responsive, and I got what I needed within a few minutes. But the big thing, the thing that really saved my bacon when I had the Apple Card, and not the physical card, I mean the card on my wallet on the iPhone, I got robbed. And everything was stolen in my wallet, my whole wallet itself, all my credit cards, my IDs, my cash. I had nothing. Fortunately, I still had my phone on me, so I could immediately cancel as many cards as I could and also cancel the physical Apple Card from within the wallet app. The other good thing about the Apple Card was that there is actually no physical number on the card itself, and I could continue using the actual card by inputting that credit card number from the wallet app into things like online forms when I wanted to buy something, while my other physical cards were getting replaced. I know it was an extreme situation in which I got robbed and my wallet was stolen, but my phone was not. If the situation had been reversed and someone had stolen my phone, the situation would have been very different, and I would have had to scrounge around to try and find a way to cancel the cards without having a phone on me immediately or being able to access a computer. And I think that incident really made me realize that I do have to have a backup with the Apple Card. I need to have another iOS device or another way in which to be able to, say, cancel a card or, contact support if needed, because if someone stole the iPhone and I didn't have a backup, that would be it. I would be in trouble for a long time until I was able to contact the bank and be able to cancel the card. So maybe that's something you need to keep in mind. It's something that I definitely think a lot of, and I do have a contingency plan in place now if I do lose my phone. So with any roller coaster ride, with the highs also come the lows, and the Apple Card has had a few of those for me. Primarily, it has been the very limited 3% cashback tier. All the other cards in my wallet just offer me more. My cashback cards that I have that aren't the Apple Card, I get 3% choices in terms of the categories of spending. So it's not just Uber, it's not just Walgreens, it's not just Apple devices that give me 3% cash back. I really hope that Apple does expand that 3% cash back tier pretty soon, because I'm still going for other cards in place of this one. The daily cashback is very nice. However, I would like to see a way for it to automatically be transferred to my bank account, say every month, because sometimes I forget about it and it just sits there and I'm thinking, I've wasted money. I could have been spending this money or earning interest on it in another bank account. So I was hoping there was going to be a way for it to automatically transfer. I can kind of tell why they don't do it, but hopefully that's something that they can do in a future update, or I'll just have to set reminders and just be a bit more diligent about it. I would also love to see a web interface, because sometimes I don't want to use my phone to have to see how much that I've spent, and I want to be able to pay it off in another way. So the fact that it's just on the iPhone for the time being is a limitation. But if you only have an iPhone and you only have the Apple ecosystem, of course this card is going to be great for you. I just wanted a little bit more flexibility, so I don't always have to have my phone with me to pay off my bill. There has been a lot of discussion online as well about alleged gender bias when it comes to issuing credit limits. Now, Goldman Sachs actually issued this statement and said, as with any other individual credit card, your application is evaluated independently. We look at an individual's income and creditworthiness, which includes factors like personal credit scores, how much debt you have, and how that debt has been managed. So based on these factors, it is possible for two family members to receive significantly different credit decisions. Now, that was a very specific case, as was commented about a husband and wife receiving very different credit limits on the Apple Card. In my experience, the credit limit that I got on the Apple Card was less than that from my other credit cards. It was probably between, I'd say, it was probably about 40% less than my other credit cards overall. But what I have done is I have reached out to the bank through the iMessage functionality and requested a credit limit raise or a reassessment to see what happens. That process will take a little while, so I will let you know what happens down in the comments below. See if I get a credit limit raise. So overall, the Apple Card has been worth it for some things, but edge cases for me, such as I got robbed and I lost everything, and this was really the only card that I had access to in a virtual form, at least for a couple of days. But if that wasn't the case, I don't think I would be reaching for the Apple Card as much unless I was buying specific items. I reach for it really only when I am going to those 3% cashback tiers, or when I am somewhere that I know takes Apple Pay and that I know that my other credit cards won't be delivering me more value, either in terms of rewards points or in terms of cashback. So it's kind of a situation where this is not really my preferred primary card at the moment. And I was kind of hoping it would be, just because it's so easy. I really like the interface. I think it's very easy to understand your spending, and to see the breakdown of where your money goes in a visual and color format is nice. My other banks offer something similar, but it doesn't look as good as it does in the Wallet app with the Apple Card. So I still think there's a couple of things that the Apple Card can improve on to make me pull it out more. I don't think I'll be reaching for it as much for holiday shopping purposes, but it's a good backup to have. So that's been my 3 months with the Apple Card. Let's see what the next 3 months have in store. Thanks for watching. If you also have the Apple Card or have thoughts to share, I'm going to be reading and responding to your comments, so feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Make sure to check out all the other Apple Card coverage too.